I've thought about this over and over and over and over again, and I've put it off over and over and over again. So hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I want this channel to be me kind of speaking to my younger self, me speaking to an audience who might be going through something, bit confused, not sure what they want to do in their life, and try to improve people's self-worth. And I think the best way to kickstart this is to talk about me and who I am, and not what I've been through, but some of my life experiences that I think could help you guys. So there'll be people watching this who's heard this time and time again. There might be people watching this who's never heard it. Hello, thanks for watching. But I think it's important to touch on. So where do I start? It's probably best right from the beginning, isn't it? So growing up, I was a very insecure and angry young boy. I thought the world was against me. I felt like nothing could go right. I felt really underprivileged. I came from a big family. I couldn't speak up. I couldn't use my voice. And I never knew how to channel my emotions. And that led to me putting everything into my work, everything into trying to build a life, build this amazing life to say a big fuck you to everybody, because I was so insecure in myself. And I thought I'd done it. Like, I had a nice house, nice car, nice holidays every year. I was in the suburban dream. But I was fucking miserable. Like, I was absolutely miserable. I was still that insecure little boy who was just buying shit and doing things to try and prove myself to others. And that got me in a dark place, and it wasn't until 2020 to 2021 I started to realise that I didn't want that life. And that is not the life for me, and I couldn't think of anything worse than that anymore. But I was trapped in it. I was in debt up to my eyeballs. This is something I've never really spoken about until recently. I was in about £30,000 worth of credit card debt, trying to make myself look like something that I wasn't because of my insecurities. And my full life had just fell apart. This is hard for me to talk about, but no matter how many times I talk about it, it's still difficult. I tried to end my life. I'd just lost my relationship that I was in for 9 years. It just turned out actually to be the best thing ever for me. My role model in life was my granddad. He just passed away. I was trying so hard to fix everything and make everything better and working on myself. I'd just lost hundreds of weight. I'd started the gym and nothing was getting better. And I think that's a really important point to touch on, is when you feel like you start trying again and you try to fix things, everything's going to feel worse. Your rock bottom isn't rock bottom yet. It is going to get worse. But it gets worse before it gets better. We've all heard these sayings, it's cliche, but it's true. Luckily enough, I never ended my life. A woman asked me to take a photo of her and her family, and that stopped me. You've all seen this story plenty of times. It's on hundreds of podcasts. I don't want to go too deep into it, but it is important for me to let you know where I've come from to where I am now. For the last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing everything in my power to be a better version of me, being the best version of me, push myself to an absolute max, and it's paid off. It has paid off. I still have bad days, of course I do. I'm human, but there's a lot more good days, and a lot has came from my life since implementing some habits and learning how to channel my emotions properly. My life is crazy, and I don't take enough time to appreciate that. So a quick overview into what's happened in the last few years. I started the gym. that's going to be a massive part of this channel. It's going to be a massive part of, it is a massive part of me and my life, and it's going to be a massive part of how you improve as well. And this is what this is all about, you improving. And I think the gym is the most important thing that everybody should have in their life. May not be in the gym, might be running, but some form of exercise. I'm actually just back out a run, and I'm sitting in my wee spot where I come and talk to my granddad. So this is where I think a lot of my YouTube videos are going to be done. With starting the gym, I decided to document it on TikTok for some form of accountability. And it was going okay. I worked my way up to like 20,000 followers, doing some trends, doing some things, but I was like, this isn't fulfilling me, this isn't bringing me any sort of happiness. I'm just like, if anything, it was making me worse, because I was doing all these sad fight your demons and all this, like, really, like, when I look back, quite cringy stuff. But it got me started on what eventually led into like a snowball effect to change my life. One night I went to the gym, and I had a really dizzy turn, blacked out, went out to my car, and if I'm quite honest, I thought I was dying. I thought I was gone. I thought I was finished. I thought I was having a heart attack. Decided to drive to the hospital instead of getting medical help. I was too embarrassed to collapse in the gym, so I got myself up, dragged myself to my car, sat in my car, blacked out again, came back to, and I thought, I need to drive to this hospital. It's 5 minutes away. Drove to the hospital, which I shouldn't have done. It's probably like I seen at a fucking Wolf of Wall Street. And I had all these like machines on me, and all these like heart rate monitors. I was getting my bloods done. I was peeing blood. Like, I had all these issues going on, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But there's one massive important part of this, and why I'm telling you it is, in that moment, that panic, and that scare, I realised I didn't want to die. I didn't. And I needed that day so bad in my life now, and that led to like months of health complications and things going on, and to be honest, I still don't know what is 100% wrong with me. But I'm healthy, and I'm doing better, and that'll get taken care of at some point. Well, what is that? So yeah, I got home that night. I was supposed to stay in hospital. I was like, I'm not staying in hospital, I'm going home. Went home, went in my bed, and I had a TikTok draft sitting there. And it was a TikTok draft of me admitting to struggling with my mental health. Me admitting to not wanting to be here, but me wanting to be here. And it was kind of like a cry for help, to be honest. I sat on the edge of my bed, and I'm quite, I wouldn't say religious, no I am. I'm quite a religious person, and I talk to my granddad quite a lot. And I was just like, what do I do? Do I post this? Do I not? Do I post this? Do I not? And I didn't post it until I woke up at 3 in the morning. I woke up at 3 in the morning, and I just had this overwhelming urge that I needed to post this video. So I posted it. And that video done 3 million views, and ridiculous amounts of comment, ridiculous amounts of messages, followers. That video changed my life. Completely changed my life. Me opening up about a problem that I couldn't open up about. It took me till I was 26 years old or 27 years old to open up about struggling with my mental health, because I'm a man and I'm supposed to be strong. And that's the strongest thing that I've ever done. Because ever since I posted that video, I have helped thousands of people. Some of you might be in those people. If you are, pop it in the comments for me, let me know. I want to know who I'm talking to and who my audience is. It's been a whirlwind of a change. And from that, I've always tried to stay true to myself. Get sponsored by MyProtein. I've had so many different opportunities, and I've only stuck to MyProtein because I genuinely did use them, as you'll see here. Genuinely did use them, and when I was coming up with my MyProtein code, I thought, what's something that's going to mean a lot to me? Because if it means a lot to me, I'm not going to just push a code for pointless shite. I'm going to make sure that I do it properly. So my granddad's name's Jimmy, and I made my code Jimmy, because if it wasn't for my granddad dying that night, that forced me into going for a run, that forced me into exercising properly, and pushing myself and using that negative part of my life and turning it into positive motivation and positive energy, then I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be here. In fact, I'd maybe not be alive. So that's a part of my story, and I'm sure there's a whole lot more to talk about. But this is the start of my YouTube channel. This is the start of who I am. This is the start of hopefully helping you and creating a community of people who want to better their life. You will never see me start a school group. You will never see me start, I don't even know the names of them, but these paid communities. And that's not why I do this. That's not why I spend all this time making these videos and talking about some advice. I do this because this is my purpose in life. This is who I am to my core. This is what makes me want to live. And the amount of times I've had the bad thoughts again, and I think about all the people who rely on me. And although people might not rely on you, I fully believe that you should live your life like a fucking movie. You should live your life like a movie and believe that people do rely on you. People need you to show up. People are watching you. You've got a documentary crew following you. And that was my comeback. That was my comeback, and that drove me on every single day, every single night. I got up, I got it done, and it changed my fucking life. And I know that there's people out there watching that who have the same feeling as me, who feel like there's more to life, but just don't know how to get there. Let's get there together. So if you're new around here, or you've seen me before, or you're even just watching this video and think, this actually means something to me, then drop a subscribe, drop a comment and let me know what areas you're struggling, what you might find hard, and where I can help you. You never know. Some of these videos, you could think, you're talking a power of shite, John, and trust me, I talk a power of shite, and some of these videos might actually speak volumes to you and make a little change in your life. As I said as well, this YouTube channel is going to be a lot about fitness. Now, fitness is my life, and again, I think it should be a part of everyone else's life. Whether that's me motivating you to go to the gym, whether that's me showing you techniques and training programs and everything you need to do in order to actually make the change you need, nutrition advice, calories. I'm a fully qualified personal trainer, and that's what I do as my full-time job. I want that to be a part of my content as well. Now, it's not all going to be me sitting in a car talking about this sort of stuff and being boorish and rubbish and again, just about advice, but it is going to be a huge part. It's going to be me. This channel is about me trying to help you, but also me still improving myself. And when I say improving myself, I'm still pushing myself to my limits, and I use your guys' motivation to push me as far as I can go. There's a few things that I want to tick off in the near future as well to show how far I can push myself. One of them is a 100k ultra marathon. The furthest I've ran is just over a half marathon. I also want to do a bodybuilding show, which should be done next year. I don't want to just do a bodybuilding show. I want to properly compete in a bodybuilding show, and I want to place a bodybuilding show. I want to show how much you can push yourself. That will be a part of the journey. My training will be a part of the journey. My flatmate Sean, I'm sure he'll be in a few videos. And I'm not too sold on High Rocks, but no, something I would like to just be good at absolutely everything. I want to push myself, do some fucking crazy shit. I want to raise some money for fucking charity. And that's the only time I'll ask you for any sort of payment as charity. Don't know if there's going to be any sort of branding from my part. I've always thought about bringing out t-shirts. That's just from because I'm an awkward size, and t-shirts are really like tight in the arms and tight up here and then too long, or like an oversized tee and it never fits properly, and that's more a thing for me. But yet again, always trying to like raise awareness, always trying to talk about mental health, always trying to make a difference in this world. And that's something that I'm going to end this video on, is I want you to ask yourself, when you leave this earth, what have you left it? It isn't just about take, and this is going to be something that a lesson that you really need to learn, because this is what gives you value and purpose in your life. You don't want to just take, you want to leave more than what you take. Now, I'm not talking about financials. I'm not talking about financial and it's all about giving away all your money. I'm talking about leaving a fucking impact on someone's life. And that is more important than any amount of money that you will ever earn. I can promise you that. Your status and being a decent, good person, which I will always push, means a lot fucking more. and how much money you can earn and how cool you look. Because I've been there and I've done that. Your life gets better. I promise.